why I hate YouTube, Pete.
Why?
I'm sorry, I was about to call you
Why?
Jay. Too much damn foreplay. Periscope, you just hit record, and it's live. YouTube, I gotta tweet it out.
When you were younger, you used to care.
When? Oh, that's great. That's real brilliant.
You didn't tell me you were going live.
But you turned down the goddamn volume. Brains. Good Lord. All right, everyone. That was just a bunch of technical bitching. It has no, I don't know. It does not apply to the main show.
It's not about you.
Yeah.
When we fight, it's not your fault.
Oh, God. Someone lived through some divorces. Yeah, it is the Papa's Basement Show. I'm John Papa Giorgio. I am joined by my co-host and co-hostess, Pete Maybe and Sarah DC, because that's what she is in my phone.
Yep.
Because I forgot
It's a
your
rap name.
It is my rap name, yeah.
abominable Kraut last name.
It is abominable.
It's like
you can
wiener.
easily vomit.
It's something that's like an easy word.
Krieger? What was it again?
Beaker.
Oh,
Like
Beaker.
the
That's
Muppet.
it. See?
You can't
Yeah.
remember a Muppet?
But it's spelled weird. It's spelled like B-I-E or some crap.
Yes, that's exactly the crap.
That should be biker,
I knew it.
You know what?
like pie, but with a B.
Yeah, but well, in German it's different.
I
The
know.
vowels are
They
it's
do
like
all
meaner.
kinds of things weird in Germany. They make lampshades out of human flesh.
Yeah.
That's
well, not everybody.
Your people
Like,
are-
it takes practice.
strange.
It's fine.
Different customs. Show's website, inpapasbasement.com. Go there for every show we've ever done. We are rapidly approaching episode 500. I can't even get into how big episode 500 is. Like,
It's gonna be huge.
the guests
Yeah.
we're going to get.
It will be 100 episodes long.
One word, pyrotechnics. 2 words, great white.
24 hours.
No one
Sure.
gets the reference? Okay.
We're gonna jump the shark.
No, don't you remember
No,
the Great White
that made more
concert?
sense.
Like in, what was it, like 02? Where they had like
No, what's he talking about?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Do you really not know this?
No,
Oh,
Why would we pretend not to
I
know
was-
something so you'll talk more about
I was
it?
6 years old.
That is true. You are an infant. There was a Great White show. You remember the band Great White,
Not true.
of course. They
Mm.
were like a C-list hair metal band.
Yeah, I wasn't in a hair
Okay.
metal.
They weren't that
Mm.
big. They
Did
had
they like make it onto one of the jock jams at least?
they did not
Okay,
because they
well,
weren't
I
jocks.
don't know
They
then.
didn't jam. Is
Well,
that
yeah,
your
but
musical?
I don't know. Were they on a now what that's what I call music of some variety? Were they
If they
on a
aren't
monster jam
now,
or a
after all this time, then yeah, then
I think
Yeah.
they
they're
definitely weren't anybody.
they're
then
prob-
that's what we call music.
they're probably
Yeah.
currently making the country fair circuit. But in the
Mm.
day, you had your, at the very top, there was a Motley Crue, a Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Right below that, let's say Poison. And then
Okay.
below that, there was crap like
Like just
Kicks.
barely below it with Poison.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
like
your B-list
they're like a
is-
1.5 tier.
They're up there.
But tier 3 is like Damn Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Great White, who's one big hit,
Okay.
Once Bit, Twice Shy. I remember it was so
Oh.
brilliant because
I
they
remember
showed
the
the singer
song.
holding
I
the
have no
microphone. And one time he sang Once Bit, Twice Shy, baby, which is the chorus. And his index finger goes up to indicate 1. And then as he holds the index finger aloft, his middle finger joins it to indicate Twice Shy.
Oh,
That-
that is
those-
sick choreography.
Those are
He
white
has
people dance moves.
Mime
Yeah.
training for sure.
He can speak. Yeah. Why does
That's what we found entertaining.
someone is loud as hell in the mix right now? Pete, you talk.
Hi. That's what we found entertaining.
Oh,
You know what
someone-
else is entertaining?
It can't be me. It's never me.
Penis
no, it's
transplants.
certainly not you. I'll bump you up. Don't jump the gun. We want to act like we
I wasn't
organically-
jumping the gun.
We want to act like we organically arrive at penis implants later in the episode,
It is entertaining.
but it's great. You know what?
Nonetheless.
Here's
Mm-hmm.
all the things we're going to do on the show, kids. We're going to talk about a Cox cable bill, penis transplants,
We
death
might
by
not get to
selfies,
everything though.
and a dead baby bison.
I'm
I kinda
already
wanna-
salivating. We didn't write that on the board, by the way, so we can't talk
Don't
about
ask
it.
him which thing.
So Great White had a show. Back in the
A
day,
show?
every
Like a variety show?
I hate you both so much right now.
Yeah. No idea what you're talking about.
All right. 80s hair metal, big pyrotechnic displays. We're not
Mhm.
talking a Seeger
Okay.
roast show.
All
You
right.
with me so far?
Yeah,
You,
Mr. in
you
the
go
time.
out, you
Okay.
rock. Yeah, you have bottle rockets on your guitar neck. It sounds great at the time.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So
Keeping it
Nirvana
contemporary.
comes
Just like a Pepsi commercial kind of.
like a meteorite killing the dinosaurs. Hair metal is laid waste.
Becomes oil. for a car.
Millions and billions of years later.
Yes.
Yes. So these bands don't have a lot of, there's like a little network of small bars where they can still play, especially in the Northeast. And they
Mhm.
kind of make a living all these years later playing those bands. Well, or playing those venues. I want to say maybe like 02, 03, Great White is playing one of these venues. I think it was like Rhode Island or some crap Connecticut.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was
Okay.
Patriots
that
down the street.
that
Hmm.
whole place where rich people live, the Northeast. But yeah,
Okay.
Patriots in our beloved downtown Fairfax could host such things. They're like, screw it, the 80s live. We've got pyrotechnics out the ass in a venue that holds 300.
Ah.
Pretty much a venue the size of your church, if you remember what those look like, you heathens.
Mm.
They've
Damn.
got pyrotechnics
Don't
blasting.
recall.
Now, pyrotechnics are great on like an open arena. You can do Vince Neil could put a Roman candle through his fly and pretend he's ejaculating fireballs. And it's
Not.
fun for the family.
I don't suggest doing it though.
You never did that?
What?
You never took a Roman candle?
Oh,
and had,
Roman
like, a fight
candles.
with it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking bottle racket. I would not do that.
No, that'd blow off your testicles.
Yep,
but a
that
Roman
would suck.
candle is like a road flare that belches out about 8 flaming pebbles.
I thought you were suggesting we
great.
put it in the tip and then just straight to the moon.
Yes, like his penis is honeymooners.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
Great White is like the 80s never died. We are going to take our pyrotechnics kit that we use to play Giant Stadium or whatever the hell they got to play in the day. I
Yeah,
don't think they got
Like,
Giant
we
Stadium.
know how to do one thing.
And they crammed it into this bar, like 200, 300, 400 people bar, like nothing. And they light it up, like, probably one song in it, halfway through their opening number, I would assume, to get the crowd riled up, because it's like, yeah, the music sucks, but fire.
Yes.
And
Look at this.
yeah, and drunks lose their mind for it. And who doesn't?
Every
like
man
fire?
does.
Well, it just immediately hits, like, it had like an open attic ceiling with that pink, insulation that you put your hand in, and then you scratch your balls, and then your hand and your balls are killing you the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And
Guess.
the insulation,
Or when you're like chopping jalapenos and you forget to, and then you go to the restroom.
yeah,
That
yeah.
literally happened to me.
I'm focused more on the insulation than the testicle pain, but yeah.
Just saying.
All right. All right.
So this insulation goes up like kindling,
Really?
and like 50, 70, 90 people or something die in this venue.
That many?
Wait.
It was a lot of people.
I
Like,
can't believe that many showed up.
I can't believe that. Why would insulation be flammable? That doesn't make any sense to me either.
haven't you ever even looked at it? It's like cotton candy.
Yeah, but cotton candy isn't flammable.
When was this?
This was February 20th of
Is it though?
03.
I've never tried to like.
Well, I always assumed it would kind of melt the way,
Yeah, I imagine it melts.
Yeah, I think it would be like
Yeah, and then
sticky
it's
substance,
just,
not
it's like a hot
flame.
wax that just burns through flesh.
So
And that's how they
yeah,
all
exactly.
And that's how they all die.
it goes up.
right face melting kind of stuff,
Yeah.
not like Human Torch kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Venomous smoke is pouring through the crowd. 100 people died. Like another 150 were like trampling each other.
I
I
believe
don't
that.
know. Wait, don't they make insulation out of? Didn't they used to make it out of asbestos, which is like by definition not flammable?
Dude, people died.
I'm sure that
what do you
people
want me to say?
died.
Why are you truthering me on this? People died.
People died in the
It-
Great White Disaster. I got
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't.
There was no white flight?
because- Yeah, it wasn't because there's thermite paint on top of the insulation. It was just crappy
Wasn't the
insulation
cotton candy? Okay.
that went right
fine.
up. And I don't even know why we were talking about Great White.
I don't
was-
know. We tried to
I was
stop
just
you.
shocked that you guys didn't know that story. It was like horrific when it happened.
No.
That is horrific.
Like there was all
Must
these.
have got overshadowed by 9/11.
There were
Yeah.
all these,
Ugh.
I
It's
think
like
that was
nobody
the time.
cares anymore.
like fire exits weren't working.
They're
Like
like-
people just died. Like not only did you
50
die,
people.
but you died at a Great White concert.
Yeah.
So that
Don't tell anyone.
exactly.
It's like your last words.
that was the insult to the injury. So now that I've explained the Great White Fire,
Yeah. Do you feel better?
I guess I do.
Great White Fire.
We killed 10 minutes
make that doc.
somehow. I just
Probably a documentary.
show.
Probably, yeah.
Do we start the show now? Now I'm telling
Sure.
you, how
Mhm.
effing off kilter does this feel? Having to do all the YouTube setup ahead of time.
Something
was
about it
weird.
is a little weird.
Thank you.
Something about it.
Thank
but
you. That is why
it's fine
because
we're gonna get into it.
It puts a weird pall over the whole show. Like I know everyone's watching it live. It weirds when they're seeing my gut, which I forgot to suck in the first 10 minutes. Okay, and
Forgot
now
the girdle.
ribs are pecs. Yeah, my William Shatner Star Trek girdle. Forgot that. Hold on, let me sit up straight. Get the hunch out of my back.
Get that 50s strongman look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how like dudes who were the quote unquote, there goes my like 10 episode streak of saying quote unquote.
Yeah.
Guys that
Oh,
were
I
the
didn't know
quote
you're trying that.
unquote strong man of like the 30s and 40s, they would just be like a dude at your gym now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Minus the weird
nobody's.
handlebar mustache. That's it. Like they're
Yeah.
bald and they have the handlebar
That's
mustache.
the dude at the juice bar next to the
And
gym.
that's true.
Yeah.
And they had the leonine leotard, the leopard leotard.
Yes, leopard
Yes.
print and
Yeah.
also leopard tard.
Over one
Mhm.
shoulder, by the way.
Exactly.
You weren't allowed to wear
often one
two.
shoulder.
It was
yeah.
never made
Yeah.
with two straps.
Nope.
I
Do you think there's significance to what shoulder you had?
Yeah, I believe
your
it was the
Tard strap over.
the
Yep.
left shoulder is the gay shoulder.
John knew it.
That's
But
Is
they
it-
always wore it.
Yeah. Well, so you're just gay from the back.
Nah, you'd have to turn it
And then
inside out. if
and
you
it's
wanted
the
it
right
different.
side when
Do
you're
you think
turned around.
a old-timey strongman on the down low would wear it on the right shoulder like, 6 days a week, but then Saturday night he takes off his leotard and
It
just
just flips it
turns
inside out.
Yeah, they do
I would just say
seem
turn it around.
like they're the same, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it accommodates your ball bag or your hemorrhoids.
Sure. I assume that's what the ad said.
Yeah. It's an amazing product, that strongman leotard.
Yep.
If I found that, not to sound too hipster, if I found one of those
Like a real
in a
vintage one.
consignment shop,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm on that.
I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
thinking about it. I was like, we could probably pay somebody to wear that, and that'd be pretty funny for
Yeah,
the
you
show.
can pay this dude 0.0
He'll
to
do
wear
it.
it.
John will do it for the show. That's awesome.
That's true.
'Cause usually I suggest it, and you're like, no, that's stupid.
I'd be on it. I'm happy that I'm laughing so far, and I'm happy that I'm
Yeah.
talking about the misfortune and death of 100 great white fans, because
It was 50 a minute ago.
no, it was 100. I just looked it up.
Okay.
It was 100 died,
150.
150 got like mushed underfoot.
Oh yeah, the mush statistics. I got confused.
If
There
you-
were this many.
If you read the Wikipedia, there's something so funny about it. It's like 100 people died, 132, that was the exact number,
Okay.
were trampled but survived, and then 100 were fine. It's
It says-
like 100 escaped unharmed.
Yeah.
Wow. Citation.
Still
and
didn't tell
discretion
anybody
needed.
they went to that concert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 100 were just right at the back, and they see the fire right at the
They
front. They're
drug
like,
people
"Okay."
out. Saved
I
their
told you I
lives,
didn't
still
want to
wouldn't-
go.
Yeah,
I'm
wouldn't
getting
put
the
their name
hell
in the
outta here.
paper.
Yeah.
Glad I'm laughing because I was so livid last night. Livid in a way that even Emilia Clarke of Khaleesi, Game of Thrones fame, pulling out her jugs.
Could not soothe the beast.
Yeah. And by the
Aw.
way, just to digress, because that's what this show is. If anyone asks, what's the show's theme? I should say digression. Because
Yeah.
why make a point when you can make zero? Emilia Clarke, I don't like her in the blonde wig. In fact, I thought she was overrated, period. But then somehow her Facebook page popped up on my feed and I clicked on it and it's just a picture of her like in her natural, like really dark haired state. I'm like, okay,
Oh.
that's a lovely woman.
Very dark hair.
Oh.
But her with the blonde wig?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's odd.
She's got with the Barbie.
It's odd.
It doesn't work. And she has like the brown,
eyebrows,
eyebrows. That's the
Face
word
hair?
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lady face hair.
Especially
call
once
it.
you
Lady
see,
handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
especially once you see her with the brown hair,
Really.
it hurts even worse. Because like you see her and you're like, that doesn't look real. Of course it's not. And then you see her with the brown hair, and it's all you can think about. I don't like it.
Well, they've killed half of the girls that like got naked on the show. And I know like
Yeah,
the
it's like a
little
horror movie.
ones have aged into being legal. Like the
They
redhead
have.
and Arya Stark.
They certainly have.
Really?
Yeah, but do you
Oh no.
I know, right?
do you want to
Oh.
see a girl has no name be a girl
You
has no
sh-
dress? I don't. It'd be bizarre to me. Like I don't care if she's 18 or
Yeah.
19. Like she still looks
Ugh.
12. And I don't mean that in a sexy way.
Yeah, they don't look like
Thanks for
they've
not laughing
aged
at
at all.
that.
Yeah.
They don't look
I
like they've
hate you both.
aged at all.
The redhead I could kind of get down with because she's ginger. So whatever. Just throw it on the Barbie. But yeah, the one that has the milk eyes, she really
Yeah.
legit looks like
Yeah.
I could have swore she was still like 15.
tater tot age. Yeah, I
Definitely.
believe she's
I
legal.
thought she was. No, she
Oof.
is.
Certain websites that I visit on the dark web, we keep track of these things.
Somebody
And-
told me.
Yeah, my Tor browser. So, Not
Okay.
even Amelia Clark's very legal breasts could cheer me up, because I got a letter yesterday. I don't check my mail whatsoever. Like, I think once a month at my apartment, either the roommate or I go, because I have nothing that goes there.
Yeah, who gets
Anything,
mail?
anything I need mail wise. Thank you. Exactly.
It's a temporary address.
So everything I need, like Amazon wise, if I do Amazon, which I don't because it's an
Oh.
evil company.
I get packages. I don't get mail.
Yeah. That's
Packages and New Yorker from like several months ago when I thought I was going to read the New Yorker.
why
I
did
know,
you,
right? Like I always carry one around in my purse
Do you
to
put it-
not read.
Do you put it on top of your hamper so you can have fancy poop time?
Don't have a hamper. Does that mean I'm not pooping fancy enough?
Well, I'm not implying you poop in the hamper.
Oh,
I should explain, in my mom's house, there's a
I
hamper
love
in the
when you
bathroom.
compare me to your mom. That's my favorite.
So sweet.
As a
Aw.
kid, I could set up really anything on top of that hamper and just leaf through. Like, there was,
It's like a little desk, little
yeah,
workspace.
exactly. I
All
could
right,
have
little
taken
home office.
homework in with me. You're right.
And did you?
I could have. One time I built a plaster of Paris volcano that used both vinegar and baking
Piss?
soda. Piss. Stop it, Shock Jock. No, you could really chill out with that hamper there, though. Like you said, it
Yeah,
was
that's pretty cool.
like
I
a
did not have
defecation
that.
desk.
Yeah.
It was really chill.
Yeah, those are popular.
They sell
now.
that at IKEA.
You're right. No,
Mhm.
the older I get, the more I realize never again in my life will I drop a deuce with a desk in front of it.
Oh,
Like I crap and my hands are just out there.
I know what I'm
Yeah.
getting for his
oh.
birthday.
Like I look like I'm Wonder
So
Woman
sweet.
flying the invisible plane. Like my arms are just out there. I'm like,
In
why?
every way.
What do
yeah.
I do with my hands?
It's no
They
difference.
I
rest here.
can't press my elbows anywhere.
And I so
Sorry.
it's all good.
Pooping.
No, we're trying to dig back out of the inception layers of digression
Okay.
here. So last night I get mail from legit, I think it was like April 18th onward. And
Wow.
Allison,
Oh my
my
God.
roommate, throws down
Yeah,
a letter.
that's pushing it.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing and I'm like, who the hell has my address here? Like, I don't give it to anyone. It's always my mom's address for good and for bad. Like, I get my packages shipped there. I also get like court summons shipped there. It's a mixed bag.
I
So
get my mixed bags shipped there. Yeah.
I cracked this thing open and it is a collections letter for $200.
We know you're about to go on a rant, and we both just sat back and took a drink.
For
Oh, go on.
200.
Okay.
$200
Wow.
from Cox Communications.
What'd you do to him? What'd you
I'll
do,
tell
John?
Yeah.
exactly what I did to Cox Communications. I used their horrible cable service for my
Nice.
internet for the first 3 to 4 weeks I was in my apartment. Now,
Oh my.
in the event that Cox comes through and does the right thing here, I'm prepared to say maybe their internet was not balls slow. I was using a cable modem I had from legit the first time I set up cable internet in my mom's house, which was 03.
Do you mind if we quote you?
Yes.
Yeah, this is literally on the record.
Yeah.
Cox is like, listen to this glaringly good review. It's not balls slow.
They might
I'm
not be
prepared to say
horrible.
that
A
in
customer.
front of people.
Now, don't think of this as an endorsement of Fios. I think Fios does an okay job. I know Verizon is evil as hell. I just don't know of many like hippies that want to give me fiber optic internet.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not
what-
there yet.
Once that happens, I'll sign on with the hippies gladly. But
Totally.
until then, I pretty much have to go with the Cox internet, or I'm sorry, the Fios, which is
Yeah.
founded by, I
Poor
believe,
John.
your lampshade skin people.
I had
Ah.
to go with the Fios.
Yes, Fios is a German name.
So Fios stop.
Yes.
So I get Cox because we're moving in. I'm like, you know what? This is cheap and easy. And I throw on my cable modem and the dude comes and they're like,
Over.
yeah, the Cox guy comes. The
Mhm.
guy comes with my Cox. We're so mature.
Honestly.
The installation guy comes, and before he heads out, they're like, by the way, are you providing your own modem or are we going to provide one? And I explained that I have one from like the Jurassic age.
Sure.
And they're like, look, that's cool. Just to be safe, why don't we just put you down for like, we're giving you the modem. And I'm like, okay, you can bring the
No,
modem,
please.
but I'm telling you, I'm not going to need it. So they show up and they prep the wall socket
Hmm.
and they hook in their modem, and I guess that works. And then they hook in my modem, and that one works. And I'm like, well, you know what,
Did they
dude?
just test their modem to see if it works?
Yeah, this is weird.
I'll be honest, I don't even know if they
What were they
tested.
doing?
I think they just kind of did the socket thing, and they're like, you're cleared for Cox cable.
Okay.
We're going to peace out. So we hook up then my cruddy little, again,
Okay.
ancient modem.
Yeah.
If Cox does the right thing by me,
Toaster modem.
this is all the modem's fault. Their service, I'm sure, is fine. If they don't, Cox provides a horrifically slow service, and everyone in an apartment building is siphoning your data off. And so
Everything I've heard says the second part's probably true.
by the end of it, yeah, I was getting 5 megs a sec. It was so slow.
Oh, you poor thing.
How slow was it? It was so slow that I couldn't watch Netflix.
Oh.
And how can you crap if
That's
you
the
can't watch
story of
Netflix?
my life.
Yeah.
Like, it would hang every 2 minutes, and it would be like buffering.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what are you
really,
supposed to do,
dude?
read?
I thought I could stream Netflix on a 56K modem. Like, I thought I could hear like crackling and hissing, and then Netflix would be there for me.
Yeah, Netflix is
You
a
can
trooper, man.
Stream Netflix on a phone.
Yeah, they'll use whatever you can get.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, I'm like, I've had enough of this. If I can't watch Netflix, somehow the porn was working fine. Again, that's in the Cox column. Somehow the porn was working.
That's a big column.
Oh yeah, why
That's
do
a
you
really
think?
good column.
Why do you think
Yeah.
this didn't get fixed 3
There's
days
a
later?
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of points.
Yeah, it
after-
did go a couple of weeks. I
Yeah,
guess.
after 3 weeks, it's like, well, what do I do after I finish?
Yeah.
And the Netflix.
You need to
couldn't
wind down
There's
with
the
some
rub.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I Netflix and chill,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for one. So I pull the trigger. I'm like, Fios, you come here. Cox, I've had it. And of course, like anyone, when you're canceling their service, they're like,
Yeah.
well, why don't you like our service? And I had to lie because I love to lie. Like I
Really?
I love
You didn't want to
being-
lay into them?
No, I'm like a lie.
It's like the only
acrobat.
time you can.
Well, no,
Yeah.
dude, it's one of those things where they put on, it's like, okay, well, Mr. Papagogio, we understand you want to close your
Papagonia.
account. Before we close the account, let's just put you on with Kylie. And I'm like, okay, Kylie is
She better
there
be freaking hot.
because Kylie's dad called her a slur from like age 5. So no words can wound Kylie, and she won't take no for an answer. So
Nice.
they
Yeah.
throw you on with
My
Kylie,
kind of girl.
and it's like, we understand you want to quit. Why don't you tell us why you want to quit, and then I'll see if I can do my best to convince you to stay. And so to beat
Ugh.
20 minutes of this BS, I do the following.
What'd you do, Johnny?
I've been stricken blind.
I'm not really proud to admit this, but I'm so poor I'm getting evicted from my apartment.
You went that route?
I went that route
Wow.
because I'm like,
But there are people that literally have
A,
that.
Yeah, come on, man.
if I'm poor, they can't say pay for the bill, and B, I'm not even at the address according
Oh, so
to this
now,
line.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
like,
see.
this is
You're
a-
like, yeah,
Oh,
you're not
this-
going to get my money.
This is 2 pistolas full of.
This is all you
Alright,
need to know.
alright.
You're not
Yeah.
going to get my money.
As usual, tone deaf but clever. Go
Thank
on.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So Kylie clams up right fast and is like, oh, that's horrible. Okay, let me put you back on with the cancellation lady. Like, you know, that's right, Carly dunked in your furries. So they put me through, and before I'm signing out, they're like, oh, it turns out you still have one of our modems. And I'm like, the hell I do. Part of the reason I don't like your service is I am using an admittedly ancient modem, but it is my modem purchased by moi. And the lady goes, okay, we'll make a note of that. And I'm like, this is possibly going to end poorly, but
Yeah.
I'm also getting Fios, so I don't really care. I hear nothing from them. As far as I'm concerned, me and Cox are good. We're done. It wasn't the cleanest breakup, but it was a breakup.
Nobody was really hurt.
Yeah, this
Hmm.
was, I'm not kidding you, start of football season.
I mean, you had to lie, but
So like mid-September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Now, if my fingers aren't lying, 8 months.
I don't think so.
8
Hmm.
months go by where I don't get one email. I don't get one phone call. Even if they screwed up my email, which, by the way, they could not get right for the life of them. Even if that's the case,
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
they got my phone
Yeah.
number and they got my address, which, while I don't check it daily, It is checked once a month, maybe every other
Once
week if I'm
a
feeling
month, though,
saucy.
is pretty silly.
Who cares? It's mail. What, I need to get another friggin' 10% off the linens
in this
and
day and
things?
age, it's really not that crazy important unless you ordered something.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of stuff you're gonna get in email anyways.
like
Yeah.
I am more mail oriented
Mhm.
than like 99% of the people I know because I sell crap on
Well, you
eBay
ship
and
a lot
Amazon
of stuff
all
yeah.
the time.
You
Yeah.
live at the post office.
Yeah. Even I though, like
Don't check your mailbox.
spam mail. Why would I?
It's
I'm
funny.
not
If you got one
expecting anything.
at the post office, you'd probably check it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be a
Yeah.
treat. It's like a cubby hole full of,
We'll set up a Papa's P.O. box.
I guess, yeah. That way
Why not?
the weirdos don't have my real address.
Just send us stuff, guys.
So nothing comes. Nothing. I crack open this mail yesterday.
Mhm.
Cox has sent me 2 collections, which I have 30 days to
Collections?
reply to. And because, again, I don't check my crap really.
Yeah.
Like collections, like you got a letter from some other company
From a
that's not
collections
yeah.
agency
Okay. Yeah.
stating I owe them $200.
That is
So it's out of
screwed up.
Cox's hands.
I can only assume this is because I owe them some phantom modem that I never took. That I'm
It's gotta
guessing.
be.
I'm guessing what happened was the tech said like, I have modem XYZ with me. And then he
Yeah.
went back to his car and never typed in, I
Yeah.
still have modem XYZ with me.
Mhm.
What's really annoying is there's like a series of, what is it called? The RN number or some crap. There's like a 10-digit
Yeah.
Yeah.
code
Yeah. So
for
like
the
they know
modem
where that is.
that-
They
yes,
can look it up.
that
Yeah.
they have on record. And I had to give them the one to my crappy Jurassic
yeah.
Park 2003 modem.
There's a specific
get
MAC
on.
address too.
So exactly, they have a
Yeah,
record
come
of all
on.
this crap.
Yeah. Duh.
And yet they're just like, oh, we think you have it still. And it's like, well, okay, who am I with then that your crappy modem that I kept is helping me? Because Fios
Yeah, good
uses its
point.
own junk. Why is it there for me to, wipe with? To
Yeah.
dress up and use as a dinner companion? What am I doing with this modem? Are we riding tandem bikes together?
Well, that would be one bike.
Yeah. Did I tell my mom that I gave birth? Is it swaddled? Am I trying to swindle her?
No, you don't.
It makes 0 sense. And
Yeah,
yet
that's
somehow I've
Well,
decided
now
to
you
pull
can't
off.
call them anymore. Like if it's out of their hands, who are you supposed to call?
Well,
Like,
no, I hit the Ghostbusters, but I hit
Okay.
him up via Twitter because that's the
Oh,
one
the
good
new
thing
way.
about having a couple. Exactly. If I go through the phone, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But I go on Twitter,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying I have a lot of followers, but I have like 6,000 ish, which looks
Yeah,
kind of
that's
impressive. Like
pretty good.
it's enough to. Then I will do. This is the
Raise an
cockiest
eyebrow?
thing you'll ever hear me say. I love to self-deprecate.
Mhm.
I believe the correct pronunciation is.
Yes. Now you're gonna self
With the wrong
procreate.
inflection. Yeah. So I tweet both Cox and Cox Service. And I'm like, I got a collections letter regarding a modem that I never got from you. Next tweet. While I would love to go on my radio show and spend the entire week talking about how horrible your service is to my many listeners,
Nice move.
how about we resolve it before we get there? To my credit,
And here we go.
they didn't
Yes.
resolve it before that. Well, they have a chance to be the good guys.
You
still.
guys could still say something. The
Yeah.
show is not entirely out. Although
Not
it is
only-
live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they, well, even then,
But
if they
hey,
straighten
maybe
it
we'll
up,
take it down. Maybe we won't.
Although anybody who could see the YouTube doesn't have Cox. So.
if they
Yeah.
straighten it up, I will.
They're not watching it. Yeah. They
I'll
couldn't.
check it out,
They couldn't
man.
possibly.
I'm looking for a DM right now from Cox. There is
Did you
absolutely no
get
DM.
No?
you didn't okay, I did the same thing with Fresh
Well,
Market.
Kylie's probably not working today.
Yeah, there's a couple businesses out there that don't reply to that. They won't let you
Oh
strong arm
no,
them
one
on,
has already been DM.
Hmm.
The Cox service has already been DMing me, dude.
Oh, well then they just
Oh.
hate me.
Yeah,
I
like
need more
they're
followers.
already talking, and I have just not heard back yet. And yes, you're just small time.
Yeah.
You're small
I
potatoes.
had a 3-inch chicken bone in my chicken sandwich. And they were like, whatever.
Didn't they give you
It's
the
fine.
sandwich for free?
No, when I went to the store, but like on Twitter, they couldn't care less. I wrote them an email. They did not respond.
Where was
I
it?
went on Twitter at
No,
the Fresh Market in
all you-
Ashburn,
Huh.
which is, by the way, pretty good. But yes, when I went there, the guy gave me a free sandwich.
If you enjoy gigantic bones
Yeah.
in your chicken salad.
Mhm.
I think their specialty
Second
is
time, by the way.
also egg salad with shells in it and a crab cake that still has a claw peeking out.
It's
Excellent.
organic.
Yeah.
your problem, by the way, is you only tweet because the email is manned by older people. Twitter, every company just hires like a token millennial
Yeah.
to sit
Yeah.
on Twitter. And you can bitch to them, and a millennial will understand the language of bitching. Sorry, Butters, he just will. And you just gripe, and they're like, "Yeah, that does suck. Let's give you some free money." So only tweet, but that's what I'm doing right now. I'm busy
got nothing.
tweeting Cox. Cox support can do the right thing, but they got to do it fast because apparently, I didn't
Do
this-
the right thing, Cox.
This collection thing was from April 23rd, and they're like, "You have 1 month to reply." And like, I got the letter. I'm like, "Ooh, we're already kind of up on this."
You know, it's not that bad going into collections.
It is.
It's not great.
Been there, done that.
All right,
I had a dentist send me to collections once. It was
A
awful.
dentist?
Yeah, it was a dentist. It was
Wow.
Yeah, it was bull too. I was in college. My dentist believed apparently that the old metal fillings, like the ones they don't do anymore,
Yeah.
like the ones that make
They're
it so you can't
mostly
chew
like
tinfoil.
porcelain and stuff.
Silver,
Yeah.
Yeah. That they caused multiple sclerosis, which I don't think is really a thing that happens.
That
Really?
sounds
and-
pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he just believed that. And so when he went in to do fillings, he also took out all my old fillings and replaced them with like,
Oh,
the
no.
white
You can't
kind.
just do that.
You definitely can't just do that. And I didn't have insurance or anything. I just went in for like my regular fillings. And so all of a sudden I owed all this money. And so they sent me to collections. I was like,
Did you have to
"What?
pay
You didn't
it?
even ask me."
Did you?
Yeah. And
Did you
I
get
had
it-
a like ruined credit report. It was
Did
the
you-
worst.
Did you get it knocked down?
How? I was a kid.
Well, I mean, no, yeah, it's hard.
You were a
Yeah,
kid
if
with
you-
a credit
if you-
report.
If you push it long
Yeah.
enough, they start getting to a point where I'm not speaking from experience
Yeah, I was
here.
gonna say,
They start getting to a point where
we're not all from
it-
Woodbridge.
they're just like, we'll take whatever
have
you
dentists in
have,
Woodbridge?
please. Just give us something. But here's the other thing: if you actually pay it, it like starts the clock again. So if you wait, whatever the 7 years, it's just gone. It's
I know
just gone.
You
It's
gave me this
dead.
speech once. You're like, if you owe money, just do not pay it, and eventually it'll fall off.
I mean, if
like
it's
a
something,
lizard's wounded
if it's-
tail.
It
if
does
it's-
fall off after 7 years. Yeah,
if-
and mine like
if it's
took
not
forever.
incredibly damning, and it's something you can still prove when somebody comes to your, asks
Yeah.
you to your face and goes, like, why didn't you give us this money? And you have a really good excuse with
It was a
papers
lot
and all
of
that
money.
stuff. Yeah. If you can have some sort of thing
Yeah.
like that, screw it.
That
You don't owe
is
them. That was-
Pretty good
it's not your-
advice.
Some of us like
your
our
fault.
triple-digit credit scores, though.
Guess what? Yeah, mine's
Mhm.
pretty good
What? How?
because I own a house and that's the only ding I have.
Why
and,
don't
and
you
I sent it
have-
and I sent it to the credit card company because see the thing here that happened was when I got divorced, one of my credit cards got rang up high before
Uh-huh.
that actually got
Why
finalized.
aren't you doing the Hood Finance podcast? Because this is some great nuggets over here.
I'm not, that's
Yeah,
not a bad one. They pretty good influence over there. They make some good advertising money. They help you get out of debt. That's why I do it. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Is
Really, Forrest?
F the man.
Yeah.
All right. Cut and burn. Yeah, I like my credit report, so I'll be going through the proper channels.
Mine's like 755. It's pretty good.
I am like Dan Aykroyd in Trading Places before Eddie Murphy enters the picture. So me and Penelope, we're going to fix things the right way. But thank you for advising me that if I want to
If
live in the
anybody
gutter
needs
for 7
any more
years,
advice, it's
Yeah.
at Pete maybe,
I can keep the modem that I never had to begin with.
and it's at thathoodlawyer@gmail.
Me and my paper.com.
So there isn't just, Khaleesi's jugs might not have done it, but there is some
Yeah,
huge
I can
news.
understand.
They're not the biggest. I'm sorry. They're not. Am I just supposed to act like they're the best thing on earth? Everyone else loses their mind for Khaleesi and Khaleesi getting naked. It's all right. It was great. Like the first time.
There's
I saw
far
it.
better on the show.
I like her little handmaiden more. The
Oh,
mixed
yeah.
broad. I like that.
Yes.
Mixed is the proper
Mixed
term.
rod, yeah. Oh, Butters. I can hear her shaking her fist from here.
There's plenty of hotter chicks, I find.
Yeah, there are.
Now it's
You were
just
saying?
silence.
Mhm.
Silence as I scroll through the spank bank and try to come up with someone.
No.
I like what's her You know what?
Oh, we were
Were
just,
you about to
I
say
was
what's
like,
her tits?
are we
Yeah, I
good?
was.
Yeah.
And also, this is
We're
just
just
like,
going through the list, huh?
yeah. This
Yeah.
is just going to be a segment we could subtitle "Things on
Digress,
Game of Thrones" that
digress.
John has. Yeah,
They just
Done his
list
thing,
all
too.
the things, yeah, you wanked to.
and the dragons. The dragons are
Yeah.
under it. No,
Pretty sure one of those dragons is female.
it's true, and she flies around, and you can see it. Especially when
right
she's
up
doing
there.
a barrel
Yeah.
roll,
Yeah.
fans right out.
Yep.
So doctors performed what for men might be the grandest thing that a doctor has done since.
I just thought of it.
Oh, did you? Yeah, since I don't know what is a great other thing that
For
they
men specifically?
Yeah, silicone
Uh,
testicles. If you've had your testicles blown off in the war, they can give you new ones.
The development of
Yeah.
hair regrowth
Yeah,
pills.
that's a good one.
Oh, you
That's a
mean those
dope one.
pills that we're on,
Yes, that is. That
which
is
will give us
very
bosoms
dope.
because they screw with your hormones?
It helps protect my prostate.
It's true.
That's good.
I have a
As I
smaller
wiggle in my
prostate,
chair, you can tell how strong my prostate is.
and maybe
Check this
out.
the bosoms are also due to the 4,500 calories I take in a day. I'm not sure. I'm gonna blame the pills though. Because
Yeah.
It's an offset.
Probably
it's
the
out of
pills.
my hands. So doctors today perform the first U.S. penis transplant. Now I like that it's U.S.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it makes you
know
think-
they did.
Well,
Like-
they been doing them in China for like
I'm
years?
sure.
Maybe.
Like, are there
I think-
guys in Africa just
Do
donating
they have
their
reasons
penis
not to?
to Chinese dudes?
I mean,
Yeah,
they seem more expensive.
you could.
I mean, yeah, I just picture like
I can.
a rolling businessman in Macau,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
and
was just like you were set for life.
yeah, he's killing it at baccarat,
Mister.
and then
Yeah.
he's
He-
like, you know, it'd be the one thing I need though, like just the ability to hang dong on
Yeah.
this table, and then yeah,
That
you
is
just
that's how they would say it.
get some
yeah.
poor African toddler so he can grow into it,
Organ donor.
and
Yeah.
graft that one on. So the U.S. is
I'd feel better if there was some sort of business deal. They actually got it from an adult man and they gave him a good pension.
A pension.
a pension.
Get
Now,
it? Pension.
would they do
Oh.
an
I don't know, I
actual
just made-
like a face swap or like a face off
face-
scenario? Except
Oh, they- so they
penis
switch?
off. Yeah, or
Hmm.
like, does the black guy at least get
I don't know what he gets.
a smaller
really in
Asian
return.
penis
Yeah.
to live life with?
No, there's a lot of fine print in that
I
contract.
guess I would,
definitely gets paid. I don't know how the post-op actually.
no.
happens.
This has to be like other organ donation, right? Where
Oh, just a dead donor.
they're like about to die or something.
I'm pretty sure over there
Or
they can
recently
regrow new
dead.
ones.
So like you're saying this Chinese guy like
Waits.
sabotaged the propellers on like an NBA team's plane.
Yes,
And then
the
just took his
propellers.
Yeah, the propellers.
Yes,
His NBA team
definitely
from 1972.
that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
'Cause
that
they-
one big whirly bird thing where they
didn't have-
ride the bike.
They didn't have jet engines in the 50s.
No, definitely not.
The
No,
72
they
plane.
could barely trot globe.
Yeah. Okay, so he cut the brakes on the Globetrotters bus better.
Yes, that's better.
And then he's taken his pick of all these penises.
Yeah.
He gets the most Asian looking, whatever that means. And then he goes with it.
Hmm,
So
yeah, I don't know.
somehow this technology has come to the US. And a guy who lost Thomas Manning, who they have a picture of him
course they do.
smiling and holding his thumbs up.
Oh,
And he has a look like he just like foiled the Kennedy assassination. Like
what has two thumbs and one new penis?
this guy. So why did I say
I would have
that?
been.
Just
It would have been
uh,
better if he held his hands up like this.
Oh,
Like,
indicating
with,
the
with two,
size.
with two. With okay, both hands
Yes.
open on each side to indicate size.
Yeah,
Would've been great.
definitely.
Thomas Manning at 64 gets a dong after a team of 50 surgeons
Is this?
Whoa!
does
Is
a
this-
15-hour surgery.
Is this the actual copy?
Yeah, it
Gets a
is.
dong?
They said gets a
Yeah.
dong.
Right.
And then
Dong Pharmaceuticals.
and parenthesize his C.
it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I buy energy drinks from them.
From Dong Pharmaceutical.
Yeah. John's been in the Asian market when I had to pick them up.
Oh, we
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like next to the dried
It's
pig ears.
Dong
You got
A
your-
Pharmaceuticals.
So Manning had
That's a name you trust. Yeah.
his
It makes you virile.
his penis amputated after getting diagnosed with penile cancer, which is
Oh.
something I thought they made up for Donnie Brasco, but I guess it's real.
Yeah, I also didn't
yeah,
really
I thought
think
it was like
was
just
a-
bladder and testicles.
or maybe like like skin cancer, but
Yeah, did
on
you-
your penis.
Did
or
you
something.
tan it too much?
I don't. Right? I don't
Like,
know.
did you cut a hole in a microwave because it felt nice and warm?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you do that.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people need a glass cutter to masturbate.
he got it. He somehow they stuck on a donor dong,
Wow.
and he's Thomas
It is
Manning
really
is living
impressive. There's like a lot of stuff going on there, right?
There's
A lot of different.
all sorts of
little-
erectile tissues and
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Little
lot
blood
going on.
vessels
I have-
and stuff.
I have so many questions. Not for me, but
No
for a
bone,
friend,
I'm
of
told?
course. No, despite the name, there
Yeah.
not a bone in your boner.
Yeah.
So first, Jay,
Yeah.
Pete, sorry,
What did
whatever. Why did I say Jay? That's your name.
Yes.
JDC, Sarah.
That's true.
Pete,
Mhm.
you lost your dick in the war.
Ooh,
The
rough.
war of
That's 100%
Southern
disability, by
Yeah,
the way.
like the evil sniper from American Sniper,
Mhm.
because he's not like a white American.
Never
He's
watched
the
it.
evil sniper.
sure. Yeah.
And like his MO is just blowing off soldiers' dicks. This is the director's cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a good thing women aren't on the front line.
That would take a much more accurate sniper.
Few snipers are that
Yeah.
accurate.
So he blows off your prick in the war,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Is it
doctors come
mutilated
in.
or is it a clean cut?
Like
I guess if it's bullet.
he puts it
Yeah, I
right down the middle, so he
Okay.
spiders it like
You
a
didn't
hot
do it
dog.
from the side?
sort of a Daffy Duck cartoon kind of thing.
Exactly. You got what I'm talking. Really Looney Tunes here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just gone. The donor dong comes in, like you're on this wait list, this new trial. You know, it's like $6 million man, except
Mhm.
instead of rebuilding you, they're gonna just rebuild your dick.
Just the dong.
Yeah.
If
It's
it
really
comes
all I
in-
need to focus on anyways. If they redid the show, it would probably be them just focusing on that guy's dong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That whole,
Like
that whole
all-
intro would be the
all
same.
the money just went into his dong. That's
Yeah.
the
it.
6-episode
100%.
He's got like a Band-Aid on his forehead
Yeah.
and then the dong.
They were like, what about the rest of them?
he got a
looks fine.
haircut.
He
Couldn't
looks
you
fine.
tell?
Yeah.
God, he looks so homely. And they're like, please, just put him in shorts.
Drop trowel. What
He'll be
if
fine.
you're waiting for years, like your poor wife is
Mhm.
waiting for years, and they say, we're gonna do it, we've perfected the surgery, and I almost picture it like they're giving you your dinner and it's under one of those like chrome, plate covers,
Yeah,
and they lift
Like
it
the
up.
butler brings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the donor dong is like mad small?
Oy.
Do you, I mean,
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's better
Really?
than nothing.
I'm pretty sure
Really?
it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
would-
I don't want one, so actually nothing is quite good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of nothing.
I think
But-
at that point you just get a prosthetic.
Oh yeah, is that a thing?
Yeah, why the hell not?
You mean like a prosthetic that feels nothing?
Yeah, I mean, if you're about to deny the little guy, then
Yeah.
just get a prosthetic.
So
Yeah, it seems like it'd be better to just feel
your
something.
answer is if I lose my hand,
I would still
because
take the little
penis
guy
sniper
by
missed,
the way.
you just put on a glove, like a kid's mitten,
That's it.
and then
I would wear a
con people
baseball
into
mitt.
thinking you have two hands.
A baseball mitt.
All right,
But
Jim Abbott. See, I would not take the really small one, despite
Really?
being completely peenless, because think about it. They
We
give
are.
you the small dong,
Mhm.
and it doesn't reject. They're like, okay, we're done with John. Like he's set.
You're good to go.
Yeah,
Well-
you will never be able to re-enter the list for that Harlem Globetrotter
pretty-
bus
Okay, so
crashes
you're
worth of.
saying
I don't
you're
think
gonna-
you can turn it down for a bigger one.
Yeah,
I
don't
think you
that's
can.
Is that what you're gonna say? It's like, yeah, if like if
Yeah.
you turn it down, they just put you back on the list.
Yeah,
They're like, this guy's
it's
an
not
a-hole.
like one of those little conveyor belt sushi things
Yeah.
where you just like
Although you know what,
like maybe
the list might not be that high for needing.
How many people
dongs.
lost their penis?
Now
There's like
wanting
3 of you.
dongs? I get it.
You skip
Sure.
it and give it to Harvey behind you in the
Yeah.
list. He takes the small one, and then they're not going to like forget the other guys that need penises. So
I
maybe
don't
the next
know.
one up is gigantic, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Ka-ching!"
Well, I told you that's why a lot of people believe in reincarnation. Just
What?
because maybe the next time they'll come back, it'll be a bigger dong.
That'd be awesome.
I swear, it's
That
like
would be
50% of
so
dudes.
good. I thought you were going to say the odds are 50% because I'm like, no, they're like 85.
It's got to be something.
Actually, no. What is the population of China again?
Yeah.
You're right.
No
the
one knows.
Odds are crap.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
just between China and India, and I've heard they kind of like
Ooh.
rule the not packing department. Those
Yeah.
two
That's
people.
tough.
Yeah, never mind. Just
Yeah,
by
never
being
mind.
American, I'm ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
yeah,
Numbers.
right.
That's a numbers
I
game.
take it all back. I won't have the penis sniper blow it off. in hopes that I get a bigger one. I would like it, when they pull the tin off of the plate
Yeah.
and it was really small,
Mhm.
like I would sneeze on it and like try to blow it off the plate so it lands on
Oh,
the
it's
floor.
dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Oh,
We
10
can't use
second
it
rule
anymore.
doesn't apply.
Exactly.
Aw.
5 seconds.
You can't clean up the pee-pee. It don't work no more. The other thing is this, I'm telling you right now, and you're gonna like this, despite his name being Philip K. Dick, he will have never addressed this issue. And you're like, what weird crap is John talking right now? Mark my words, this will be a technology. They are going to figure
This is
out
the future.
how to, the penis of the future. They're going to figure out how to, because they can already like 3D print tissues of various kinds, right? Where you're with me so
Mhm.
far?
Yeah.
Okay. They are going to figure out how to just print you erectile tissue by the yard. And guys are going
I
to
don't
get this grafted on, or they're even like rotating your tires. They're just going to get their old crud scooped out.
It's a
And then-
long ways though,
And then
because there's there's rejection aplenty.
no, that's
There's
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So
They're
hard
going
to find the chemistry between.
they're going to take
this
your
person's different.
stem cells.
Yeah, but you can only take your
Ooh,
stem
I like
cells
it.
when
Regrow
you're.
it with yours.
Yeah, that only works if they take your stem cells when you're a, stem. And parents are all weird about that.
What? Can't
So they won't not everybody like banks the stem cells of their babies.
All right.
Well, maybe it's something else.
Most people don't.
I just want to regrow a new.
But yeah,
tail.
like that totally will eventually work.
Okay.
As
so-
long as people stop being all like, you were playing God.
Well, yeah, there was nothing sadder for me than the day that like George Bush, if I recall, was it
Mhm.
not the H dub, just the dub, right?
the dub.
The regular.
The dub, who was like, yeah, I believe in Christ, so we can't do stem cells.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Sorry,
oh,
Chris Cruz.
Literally
and
crazy.
that is the sound of America falling behind.
Yep.
the
Oh,
rest
remember
of the
There you go.
world.
Yep.
That's the worst thing we could imagine back then.
I saw it work,
Yeah.
So funny.
and it was scary.
Was that pre 9 Uno?
Yep.
That's how I try to
What's
hip
the
up
what's the
9/11.
status on that nowadays?
9/11? It was bad.
Still bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
too soon, I understand.
The stem cell.
I
Good question.
Did it just get sidelined so hard it's still?
I
working its way
picture
down?
Yeah, I
all
think it's a no
the-
government funding.
the Nazi doctors
Allowed.
of Sarah's people
Somebody-
are way
Oh
ahead.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I think
Germany's
it's just probably
definitely
a
got it.
fight to get funding to do it. But like
It's
obviously
something-
a million things can be cured.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go overseas first, like for at least 20 years before you can get this back in the States.
Yeah,
I'm-
it's just like breast implants.
They doing better in Canada.
Canada?
Canada.
No, someplace
Why
that
not?
goes to the Miss Universe pageant.
Oh, well, you don't want to go in Brazil where they just like chop you open and put
Oh yeah, they'll put
construction-grade
whatever in
caulk
there. Yeah,
in you. It's horrible.
I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Never get your lips,
Go
breasts,
go bad.
or butt done in Brazil.
Yes.
I can tell you that right now.
Okay. All right.
Here's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
look it up. It goes bad.
Within
Mm.
20 years, every dude is going to get new 3D printed hair, which they will then just put in plugs wise.
Sounds awesome.
Eh.
And every guy, they're going to be able to 3D print as much dong meat as he wants and then stuff it in his sock. And you're going to be packing that much. And women are tasteful about implants because you guys just have like a sense of what is like good and bad. You know what I mean? Like you rarely
Yeah.
want to go insultingly Pandora Peaks large.
Yeah,
Like-
I think that's probably true.
The average girl, even if she gets implants, and most of you don't, the ones that do, tasteful is kind of the word here.
Mhm.
Yeah, nobody's like trying to injure themselves.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Men with the
Yeah,
ability to
we literally
3D
can't
print,
trust you with anything.
cock meat?
No.
you will never, like, women will stop having sex because every guy will be at like
Yeah.
minimum 17 inches. Like it will be an arms race.
Yeah.
The likes
It
of which
will
you've
be
never seen.
ridiculous.
You will.
This is
I mean,
terrifying. I don't wanna talk
Baby,
about the future
baby
anymore.
arms race. John.
every my baby arm will have a baby arm. Like it will be a baby arm if we're talking
That
Andre
actually
the
seems like a
Giant as a
defect.
baby. Everyone will just be going nuts with it. And then here's what's
Mhm.
really bad. That's just when men were watching pornography
Yeah.
that reflected people who had
That.
large, albeit still humanly attainable.
You're saying it's going to be exponential?
Yes, once it's wheels within wheels.
I'm scared.
Once
Yeah.
we start watching porn,
I'll never keep
guys
up.
who have enhanced, then that's like the new norm. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be anarchy. And the Japanese, I don't even want to know what the Japanese are going to do with it. It's going to be a Ratsuki Doji with the tentacles,
Yeah.
except for real.
Yeah.
Once all of that's fully functional, I give us like a year before we just destroy ourselves
Just
with
planet
man meat.
implosion.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep.
It'll just
We're not
be
doing anything.
junk food, Netflix, and adding to my penis.
Yeah, this seems
And
terrifying.
the women will inherit the.
Ugh, we're not going to want it.
I know.
I'm
You're gonna
telling
be
you.
like, no.
I am telling you, like, people are afraid of atomic bombs,
Are
and
we?
people are afraid. Yeah, it's the 50s.
Meh.
Yeah, it is.
We
You're
haven't
right.
learned to stop, drop,
That's
and
true.
duck for cover or whatever yet.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Get under your desk.
And people are afraid that AI is going
People
to
are
be.
afraid of AI.
But it was a really bad movie. But this is going to be the technology that starts the beginning of the end, because every
Yeah.
guy is going to be going with a thermos, and no woman will want it inside him. And then it'll just be children of men, except there's no babies, not because we've gone sterile, but every guy just has something that will hurt women.
Yeah.
And
Also, it's pretty likely that you'll go sterile, right? Like,
that
I
too,
believe
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
Children of men will also happen. You're right.
yeah, that is insane.
But in the meantime, Mr. Manning, enjoy your penis. Despite the
Yeah,
fact
it
that
is exciting.
you've ushered in doomsday.
Can we see
You
it?
know.
When's he gonna put that on display?
Yeah, I don't want to be looking at his thumbs.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, that's the
I didn't
least
come here to see
interesting.
your thumbs, buddy.
I know
Yeah, that's the headline.
how great is that for the rest of
Get
his life.
dumb face off this.
He's the guy.
Yeah, but like nothing other than his penis is interesting. Like, he could be
Aw.
talking about the life
You hear
he
that,
saved
Manning?
as he's
Yeah.
drinking at the bar, and they're
Step
like,
your game
yeah,
up.
but pull out your D.
Yeah,
Exactly,
I recognize
yeah.
you though.
Is that all you guys want?
And what's
That's it. It's like it's like when he breaks down in Boogie Nights and he's just in truckers' cabs, just
Classic
pulling
movie.
out his jank.
oh, we're talking Marky Mark.
That'll be
Yeah.
that's
The
Manning's
markiest
future.
mark there
That's
was.
Manning's future.
I think what's so great about that scene is he's
Let me
hit
see
rock
that
bottom.
pretty.
Yeah, not only is he tugging it for a stranger in a truck for $10, they've haggled over the price.
Yeah.
Like, it can't perform. Like,
Yeah.
I love the haggling, and I love that he can't even
Yeah.
get it up. And those are two ways that I'm like Marky Mark. Yeah. So Manning has killed us.
Yeah.
Manning is doomed us
But
all.
congratulations to you,
Exactly.
Mr. Manning.
Beginning of the end.
Yeah.
I wonder.
It was a good run.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you think they like matched it to his normal
No.
skin or to his D?
Oh, I
skin
bet
color?
it looks weird.
I don't think they matched the skin at all. I think they
It's-
probably matched his blood type and
No, they match skin.
It's probably
why?
bleach
Like why
white.
bother to like match the
What if his
I'm
wife is like
destroying it.
horrifically racist,
well?
and they got him like a Peruvian penis,
I think
and she's like, "Don't put that brown, disgusting thing inside me."
I don't know. It seems like regular marriage.
because
That's fine.
I think the guy that was in Toy that everybody knows, they're like, did you know he did
LL Cool
porn?
J.
Or it was the Toy, yeah. There was
The toy.
Oh, the toy?
Yeah.
Richard Pryor did
Richard-
porn.
No, the kid.
Jackie Gleason did porn.
What?
I don't know what the kid.
You're
the
talking
kid-
about kid porn?
No, the
You
kid
can't.
ended up
It's
doing
illegal.
when he was older. And I do believe he got a surgery.
I know.
And his looks funny.
I know John Bobbitt
Huh.
got it.
Yeah.
Like, they can
But
do.
it was his own.
Well, okay, they put it back together.
There's got to be
So
something.
first
that's
of
not
all-
All the king's horses.
Yeah, this Manning story is nothing, because you're right. John Bobbitt had his reattached
But this was a
billion
transplant.
years ago.
So that's why it's different. Someone else's penis.
I guess.
I mean, it's still
That seems
damn near the
different.
same thing.
And by the way, we have to
don't
look
know.
up exactly where it was dropped, because we live like, what, 10 miles where Bobbitt got his
Ooh.
junk
I
Yeah.
assume
cut off?
there's a plaque.
Yeah. Imagine. Yeah, I was gonna say. Imagine like it'll be easy to find. There's like a teddy bear
Tiny
and some flowers.
statue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a sign in Spanish.
Little bronze
Yeah.
statue.
Resto and piso, whatever the hell. Oh,
El
it's-
Barto.
So, what the hell were we even talking about? Manning.
Just Manning's.
oh,
no,
the
no.
skin
Manning
color,
damning
whether
us
they
all.
yeah.
So he got his junk attached, but yeah, then they did other surgeries to like beef it up. He really did have the $6 million penis.
Oh.
I know they did this one thing that like cuts. It's almost so you cut it's the same thing as when you cut the underside of your tongue.
Oh,
So
you
that
can
your
move it
tongue
around
can
more,
go further. Yes.
which is either
Yeah.
a surgery or a thing you do when you're me and you're absent-mindedly brushing your teeth.
oh
and then you
yeah.
just,
Oh my gosh,
just
that hurts
stab
so
it.
much.
oh
Yeah.
no, I've torn that out, and I've torn the
What?
flap on the where my lip meets my gum.
How are you? What?
It hurts,
I don't think that's
Where
a
you would get a
toothbrush you're
smiley?
using.
but a good hurt. No, I just like I'll be brushing my teeth
I
and
think you're just
screwing
like
on my
grabbing
iPhone.
a comb and just sticking it in your mouth.
I brush with a switchblade.
Yeah,
No, I got all kinds of ripped tissue in my mouth. I've been raped.
that's absurd.
It's all coming back. Suppressed memories. So
You're the worst.
Bob had the surgery where they snip the top of it.
The top, so
Yeah.
it droops.
Exactly. So when you get
I don't know.
hard,
Anyway, no, I didn't look that up.
get this, it no longer stands up at
Huh.
its usual like Patriot missile launcher, because we're just doing all 90s news today.
Yeah.
It's no longer at that angle. It stands, but it points down like a divining rod because it's lost the peppy muscle, I think is
Huh.
the technical term for it.
That's
Weird.
it.
Yeah.
But he did that on purpose?
Yeah, because it adds that stuff on top is kind of restricting
Oh, yeah. Okay.
the it holds it back,
I see.
but at the same time it gives it spunk.
Huh.
And so
Does it?
yeah,
So does it?
his now is bigger, but it just kind of goes right
That's
down
so
his
weird.
leg.
I don't. That's well.
Yeah, so I guess as you're performing the
Whatever.
entire time, you have to have a hand on it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, because how will you hold the camera?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm picturing big VHS cameras that require
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, back in the
Humongous,
day, but yeah.
like news camera.
GoPro.
exactly.
So GoPro makes a lot of its money.
Wireless mic pack on.
Yep.
No, you're absolutely right. I guess you use an iPhone to film your escapades, and that's the answer. to
Borrow
that.
some of the
Google
station's
Glass,
equipment.
maybe.
Mhm. Well, guys, as much as we have teased it, episode after episode after episode, guess what? We still won't be able to get to
Death
this
by
episode.
selfies.
Yeah, that is Gandhi exclaiming, "Oh God!"
Oh God.
as he's shot. All right.
It's
Mind
just
the
funny.
mic.
It's so funny.
It is funny that Gandhi was murdered in cold blood. You're right. This is that German sense of humor. Remember when they shot that brown man?
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week, it might be slow enough that we get to it. One of these days, Sarah Beaker.
Yeah.
See, I remember things for 50 minutes. One of these days, we're going to get to the selfie death list.
We will.
All the people that died taking selfies stupidly. And one more little tidbit of people are stupid news.
Mm.
For those that didn't hear the story about, was it the couple in Yellowstone or Jellystone?
Oh,
Which park
It
was
was
it?
Jellystone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jellystone. Continue.
Mhm.
So they saw, was it a baby bison? A baby bison, however we pronounce
Bison.
that. Yeah, bison.
That's
Bice
it.
off.
Mhm.
They find this baby bison and they're like, it looks cold. And these dummies see a being that is literally made of fur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It lives
that's
in
where
the wild.
blankets came
Yeah.
from.
Like, do they not have a pet? Have they ever let a pet out in the
I
snow?
hope not after this.
I used to back when I had outdoor cats, I would let them out in the snow and they would just walk on the snow and then sleep on it because they're so freezing. Like, obviously, they were giving up the will to live and just
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
right there. No,
Yeah, that's
wait.
it.
Their fur is complete
They're
insulation.
insulated.
They're
Yeah.
fine.
Also, this is recently, right?
This was 3 days ago.
Sure,
Yeah.
it's a tad bit chilly for you guys,
Yeah. What the heck?
but it's not freezing. What do you mean it looks cold?
So
It's 60 degrees out. Big
these
deal.
dumb bastards get this little bison and throw it in the back of their car and then take pictures
my
because
God.
everything has to be shared
of
online.
course.
Was it a Subaru?
I
Oh,
don't.
it had to be, right?
Oh, is that their? I'm not getting the joke. Catch me up. I'm
It's
stupid.
the kind of car that you would take to Jellystone.
Oh, okay. So
You're a real conservationist.
Yeah.
they take these pictures of the damn bison in the back, and get this. Somehow, it's not really wise when you take like a wild animal and then like screw around with it. I mean, I knew this as a kid that you can't even touch like a baby bird.
Oh, everybody heard that.
You
big
still
bird
can't.
Glove.
thing. I don't even know if that's a wives' tale or
You
not.
can.
But
Really?
Yeah. Their
but
scent's
we
not
all
too great.
heard that as
Yeah,
a kid, so there's no
exactly.
reason these people shouldn't know that.
I mean, yeah, if we heard it as a kid, it's probably true.
Well, I'm not even saying it's true. I'm
Yeah, I
saying
know.
like,
No, birds actually don't have great smell. So there's your educational moment.
oh,
How?
yeah,
I don't
'cause,
even
like,
get how they would smell. They
where's
have
the
a beak.
nostrils?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
It's like me trying to smell with my nails.
And like
It's not going to work.
they eat what? Like
Worms.
yeah, things
Yeah.
that move. They don't need to be able to smell them. They just
Yeah,
like
Exactly.
bugs.
movement.
All kinds of
It all
crap.
comes crashing down.
So
Yeah.
You guys-
get this.
Wait, so how
I could
long
just
does gum
destroy
stay in
you.
your stomach if you swallow it?
7 years.
Okay, cool.
That's
All right,
still-
everything's fine.
That's
then.
Yeah.
still true.
Go on.
They
Okay.
teach you that and then
Whew.
how to replace a penis in med school.
Yeah, that's true. But first, they teach you the thing about how there's no bone in it,
Uh-huh.
and then you learn how to attach a new one.
The chapter's titled Boner? Question mark.
Yeah, yeah.
So these dummies cram this bison in their car and they got like person stink on it.
Oh.
And the bison tried to go back to its mama bison and she smelled
Oh.
people on it.
Oh,
And
she
so
doesn't
she-
want her little
she
patchouli
kicked it
smelling
away, yeah.
bison now.
So then the bison is like, I must be a person
It
now.
was on its Rumspringa, and
Yeah.
now it doesn't get to go home.
Yeah, it has to grow back its bison beard.
Yeah.
And now it just walks up to people because it's like,
Oh.
I'm people.
Gosh.
And the Park Service is like, well, we can't have that because there's going to be a gigantic bison. So this little baby thing, you know how science cured this?
Oh.
They put a medical grade bullet through its skull
No.
because these dummies thought a wild
That's
animal
horrifying.
needed protection from the cold. Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
I
guys.
blame Subaru.
God damn Subaru.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I know that you wanted to get to Dead Gandhi, but I
Someday.
figured I'd
Dead
cheer you
Gandhi
up
will
another
always
way.
be there for us.
Someday.
Yeah.
Someday. All right, everyone. That was the Papa's Basement Show. I'm John Papa Giorgio. Show's website inpapasbasement.com. Me on Twitter, I'm at Papa's Basement. Instagram is at Papa's Basement. Facebook.com/Papa's Basement. And the YouTube channel, which has all sorts of videos. I think there's videos of every show we've ever done. Not really, but about 5 or 10 of them.
It's close.
And
And this
One every 5 or so.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if you
not
do the
too bad.
average. You guys fight for who gets top billing to the death.
Hi, I'm
Oh, look at that.
Pete Maybe,
You
and you
stuck
can
it right
find
in.
I'm gonna
me.
give it to you.
You can find me at Dead Maybe Jokes at Gmail. Like John was saying, definitely hit us up on YouTube. So we're gonna have a lot more videos out there. We got our Patreon coming soon, so look forward to that.
Look forward to giving us
And-
money.
Yes, yes. Well, there's gonna be videos. There's gonna be perks, so you guys can be more a part of the show. Or when you're on the
By giving us money.
YouTubes, by giving us money,
And,
and then we'll let you
receiving
in.
things. Receiving
giving us
gifts.
money.
You get on the inside. That's the fast track to friends. Money.
And that's all the time we have until now. Let's do your thing, Sarah.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
Sarah Beaker at Madam Too Soon on the tweets.
It's funny if it weren't hard as hell to spell.
It's not that hard. I don't know what.
So difficult.
Whatever.
So difficult.
It's fine.
All right. So that's it. Let me find our little outro sound effect, and we are done. Oh wait, no, I always say we are out of here. But you know what? It
Oh.
doesn't matter.
Out of here.
We are done. Screw tradition.
We're home free. School's out, baby.
Good show.
Nothing to talk about, nothing to critique. Great show, great guest tomorrow. You go home, have a glass of wine, whack off. I'll see you tomorrow.
That's the post-show critique.
Yeah, you're the best.
It's my time to go. I successfully burned all my bridges. Nobody loves me, and I don't love nobody.
Then he said penis.
Yeah. Then he said masturbation.
Then he said vagina. That was cool.
Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. Had a mighty hard time, but I'm on my way. It's a mighty hard climb.